Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. It's Monday.
Yep.
Yay, Monday.
And
Oh,
joined
it
with
is
Therese
Monday. Monday.
and
Holy
Caro
shit.
and Ann. And it's Monday.
It's Monday.
For good or for evil. It is what it is. So welcome, everybody.
Yes.
Um, is anyone getting into the super cold temperatures yet? Or
Not super cold. This morning it was 40 something when I got up.
well, that's not too bad.
I have to wear a hoodie now.
It's
Well,
50,
that's
55
chilly.
right now. Yeah, it's that time.
We got into the 60s for a day, and then now we're back near 80.
Oh,
Because,
braggart.
desert. Yes, but it's nice and cozy now. When it's 115 later in May, it won't be so fun. So got to enjoy it while I can.
I don't miss that desert life.
Uh, it's not for the faint-hearted or people with health conditions because the heat is dangerous, almost as dangerous as the drivers because we have lots of accidents. So it's
So,
also our knit along just stash is going on. If everybody wants to participate, just knit from your stash. And at the end of the year, first week of January, send us an email at knitnightpodcast@gmail.com with what you used, and we'll pick a winner. So just wait for people to get through their stuff so that when they start buying at the beginning of the year, they won't feel so bad.
it's a service we're providing, really.
That's right, because the sales will come on, and everybody will be like, oh, but I have stash. But if you use a bunch of it, then you have room in your stash closet. So
Yep.
we're trying to help people out.
And you don't have to use your stash. You can use your friend's stash. That's what I heard.
That is true. We never said it was your stash. So if you got to deal with a friend, you work it out between the two of you, and we don't care which. So
Although it can't be your local yarn store stash or your favorite dyer stash or
yeah, if money exchanges
stash.
hands, it's not really stash.
Sorry, I was just thinking just dark jokes. So dead guy stash counts then.
Yeah. He's not going to need it.
Right.
That is not an endorsement to murder for yarn, though. I'm just saying.
No, we just found it. It's called looting. That's what it is.
Okay.
I
Well,
sorry, not
that
to start
also we
out,
don't need to know the details.
Crime. Yeah.
not to start out on a dark note, but for this was years ago that I was helping somebody clean out their grandparents' house, and there was getting cleaning stuff out, and then they were going to garage sale some of it and other things. So the amount of stuff that I have, I'm like, look at this nice stationery set. Nobody wanted it. Dead guy stuff. That's for me. And I have some prized possession dead guy pictures that
Nice.
are hanging behind my TV, just in case you needed to know that about me.
Well, he's not using them anymore.
No.
I'm not
They're
surprised.
There was a time after my husband's mother passed away, and this is where the tradition of meeting the family at the graveyard started. Like every time I've met new family on his side of the family, it's at a graveyard, like every time. But when she passed, there was like this moment where they were like, we don't know who's going to go through her stuff. And so then like everybody looked at me and I was like, you want me, the person that's actually never like talked to her, to go through her stuff? Like, okay, whatever. And so, I was going through and I put like photos in one place and stuff I wasn't sure about in another. And, I had sorted it into 3 piles. And then in one of the piles was just like, random junk, right? Like I was like, this can't be anything of value, right? And so I'll never forget because, her dad, my husband's grandfather, came in and he asked what I was going to do with all the stuff. And I was like, what do you mean? What am I going to do with the stuff? And he's like, well, yeah, you're going to take it, right? And I was like, I don't take junk. Like, this is getting donated. Like, that's what's going to happen if you tell me to take it. And he gave me like such a look. And I was like, I'm sorry. One person's trash is not my treasure. It's,
Right.
so,
Especially since you never met him.
yeah. But I do have 3 boxes of photos that nobody ever looks at. I've had them for about 20 years.
Well, someone's got to watch over them.
I'm
There'll be the day that that one person needs those photos.
They're actually in this closet. That's where they are.
So what's everybody working on?
Well,
Don't all jump at once.
Talk at once.
Trace, what are you working
on
Oh.
my heart
Yeah,
quilt.
Oh, let me see.
Yay!
Here,
Ooh.
my lighting's a little dark. I'm sorry about that, but there are hearts. Oh, wait, there, it's getting lighter. I don't know why it did that, but it's lighter now. See, there's more hearts, and the hearts just keep going because this is going to be huge. What was I think? I know I was thinking I want a real blanket this time. But yeah, they are. And then I have my first full upside down row.
Oh, love that orange.
Yay!
So, yeah,
That's so cute.
yeah, I'm
It's
excited.
pretty.
I hope people like it.
Hello, Joe Bob.
I adore it. Hey, Joe Bob.
Hello. Hello, Joe. But yes, I'm very excited about this. I am knitting my little fingers off. And I'm also trying to be a good girl. And I've been marking how many I get at the end of every day. So I can, like, figure out how many of these I can whip out. So I don't know if that will motivate me. I hope it does. But
I'm just laughing thinking of Joan when needing her 1,100 squares. I could see Anne counting. I'm on heart 999.
I do need to do the math because I want to do, like in this one, I did it with the coffin quilt, but I want to say, okay, if you have fingering DK worsted, okay, for approximately this size blanket, this is how many, hearts you'll do and stuff. So I should actually get the number for how many hearts I have to knit in a quilt. That would be a useful thing for people, actually.
Yeah,
True.
because then
But
they
your
know
hearts
what
are
yarn to get.
your hearts are a little bit bigger than Joan's tiny little squares.
Oh yeah.
So here, I have it somewhere. I have not done my sample worsted yet, but this is my this is the size of the hearts in fingering, and they're really
Ooh,
cute.
Oh,
they are super cute. That little.
you're cute.
Like just a little tiny heart, just a little heart blanket.
There's I don't know if it's a Western tradition, but in Asia, one of the things that girls do for boys that they like is they'll get like a teddy bear and then stitch like a heart on it and then gift it to them.
Mm-hmm.
That
Huh.
could be something people could do. I could make a heart and put it on my Ichabod.
You could.
Heart.
Good idea.
I'm gonna do it now.
I'm mostly
Sorry.
concerned with this blanket.
That's your thing. How big are you gonna make it?
Well, I want it to be it's probably going to be a little wider, but I want it to be like a queen size blanket, like a blanket, not messing around.
Not I tried to make a blanket and got tired of making a blanket.
Yeah. Well, and the other blankets I have are throw size. Throw size is lovely. I have like 4 throw size blankets. I don't need any more throw size blankets. I need a real quilt. I'll be a real quilt.
Well, I have to weave in my ends still on mine. That's my agenda for this week is to finish up my coffin quilt so that when it gets a little colder, then I can use it.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna weave in the ends of this one this time and not just be like snip, 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 snip.
She's growing up.
The frayed look looks really good with the orange shawl. I'm just saying. It looks like I did it on purpose and not because I was impatient. Both can be true at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's your project. You do what you want to make it look the way you want. There's no right or wrong. So, and if you can avoid weaving in ends in any way, shape, and form, do it.
Yep.
So. And have you started your puritanical knitting project yet?
Well, except that I snuck a black heart or two in here. I really haven't yet. I still need to, because I do want to do that skull scarf for my brother because he's actually excited about having that, and he's not excited about many things I knit, so I have to actually do that.
You encourage good behavior.
Mhm. That's right. But yeah, I still need to get yarn for that and figure out how to do double knitting. So
That's all.
you know, just like, and then do a lot of double knitting, not a casual amount.
I think Neil knows how to. He's
Sure.
talked about the double knitting before,
Mhm.
but I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, I did see your finished edge coffin quilt on it, and I thought it was really cool.
Oh, thank you. It was. I would not have done it that way a second time. But I was torn between crocheting a border or knitting a border, and I followed this tutorial on how to do a knitted border around, and it's fine. But next time I will just do an applied I-cord or something
Mhm.
because I-cords. Therese, what are you working on?
I'm not working on my sweater, so we might be changing projects. I'm going to still make it, but it's like, it says it's DK, but I think it's closer to a sport, and it's a snooze fest. And I kind of want to do something worsted with size 9s.
Are you just doing the in the round part now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, because I do everything Amy tells me to do. I started making pumpkins. There's a little Ichabod that needs to be finished.
Aw, cute.
And then the middle one is clear over there. And then, which side? It doesn't matter. And then I'm doing a big one.
Ooh, that is big.
So that's what I've been working on. And then I started, where'd it go? Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? I started while I wait for the heart quilt, I started a square thing.
Aw.
It's wonky, but because this first square, I think the yarn is thicker. It's Felici, so it's a little bit thicker.
Mhm.
So I did it on a size 2, and I was like, it's not drapey enough. So then I did it on a size 2.5, and that was too wonky. So then I went back to a 2. So this is long-term project, just, that's what I'm doing.
Getting on the cozy memory blanket trend.
I avoided it for all these years.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at those and I think, oh, those are so nice. But then I thought, but then I'd have to knit one, and that would take forever. And
Wow.
so maybe later.
Yeah, it's just to use up the sock yarn, the scraps. If
Deanna
I get
says
some in there.
Deanna says double knitting is not as hard as you think. It's just putsy.
Yeah.
So, but
Stockmatician's done a couple books about it, so
yeah, he does double knitted brioche too, or triple brioche. I forget. I have to go through the book. I have it. I just haven't really sat down and practiced what he does. It's like magic.
Oh.
I do want to maybe try and make Neil's new sock pattern that he's working on because it kind of looks cool. Yeah. Even though I don't really knit socks anymore. But it looks kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm interested in, because isn't it like you knit it flat and then you pick up part of it? Or knit
I don't
part
know.
of it? I'm not sure.
I think it's knitting around, but then you pick up part. He has a unique way to pick up for the heel flap,
Right. Okay.
but I haven't tried it on his other socks because I don't really knit socks much. But you know, my project I was working on for the fun run, I had to put aside because design challenges.
Mhm.
So I started to finally do a black cardigan.
That'll be good.
Yeah, this far
Ooh.
doing I've done the back down to the underarms, and now I'm doing the front second part, front side of the front down to the underarms, and then I'll join it around, and it's very drop shoulder.
Is that your
But
design?
yeah, I knit the Hohi ropes and twines a couple of years ago, and I like how she did the back of the neck for the shoulders. So I'm using something similar, and then just putting my own, well, a stitch pattern I found in it, and then it's pretty basic. It's Aran weight, so hopefully it'll go quickly during puritanical because it's black, and
Yep.
knitting in black's not my favorite.
No.
And I don't have Aran weight yarn, so I'm using Malabrigo Rios held with Malabrigo sock because I had black in both. So those projects that I got those black colors for will have to wait till another time. Well, it'll go pretty fast, I think.
That is the thing, though. I mean, it's my own stupid challenge, but it's like, oh man, that's gonna look so good. Oh, lace in black, though. That's just like I'm thinking about it. I know. Well, it's painful, though. It's gonna be.
It's gonna be beautiful. Yeah.
Later. Yeah.
Well, the lace is only going to be on the top of the shoulders and down part the sleeve because basically you make a strip and then when you do you get it long enough, you put it on hold for the sleeve, and on the other end you pick up half the stitches on it and cast on the other strip, so it's like a V for the back of the neck.
Oh, okay.
And then you have the two strips going out, and then you just knit down to wherever your end of your shoulder underarm on each part, and then join them, and then just knit like normal, and then you just pick up all the way around the sleeves, and you just keep that pattern going in the middle for as far down as you want. I like her construction because a lot of her patterns look complicated, but then when you get into the construction and you realize it really is not. And I've seen several other designers use that same kind of technique for the shoulders and everything, so I figure I can use it too. And I've wanted a black for a long time, so.
What?
I want to see what you're working on.
I want you guys to brace yourself. It's a shawl.
Not a shawl.
This is the new shawl.
Oh, look how pretty that is.
Ooh, I love that colorway.
Yeah, well, I picked. I didn't tell anybody, but a couple of weeks ago, my nana that stole my last shawl passed away. But prior to her,
sorry.
It's not your fault, but thank you for the sympathy. But she before she passed away, because we knew it was going to happen because she had brain cancer, right? But she had sent me some money, and at first I was like, Nana, I can't take this money from you, and she's like, well, I'm not going to use it, and I was like, damn, Nana, like what the fuck. And so I told her I would make a shawl in memory of her, and so I asked for her favorite colors, and it just happened to be these. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's a good memory you'll have.
Yeah, this is the Nana shawl. So I might be here for months because I don't know how to make small projects, but that's okay. That's fine. Nana's worth it.
Perfectly fine. It's, nice that she appreciated, your crochet.
Yeah, so much she took it off my back.
Well, yeah, I mean, Nana privilege.
Yeah. It was just so funny. She was like, I love your shawl. I really love your shawl. I was like, Nana, do you want my shawl? She said, I could never take your shawl. I was like, okay, yeah, you're leaving with my shawl.
Oh, Nana.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow of it.
Yep.
And know that she really loved it. So if she's taking it, that means she really liked it. So.
She walked everywhere. Like, actually, I'll post this picture. And I guess it's a politically incorrect knitters, or where should I post this at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
We don't have our own chat group
Yes.
because we're lame.
Okay, give me 1 second. It's gonna take me a minute to find the photo.
Posting it anyway.
That's why we're lame. We wouldn't post in it.
Okay. All right. And then I'll add context for anybody who's in there being like, why are you posting this picture?
Who is this woman?
No, it's more fun if you don't and just let it be random.
Right.
There you go.
I did not take into consideration working with black yarn when I don't have the greatest lighting in here.
You're gonna get one of those forehead lights that just sits there so you can see what you're doing.
A miner's.
Yeah. I don't need it when I only need it when I'm in podcasting. I need to get another podcasting light. When I'm knitting normally I'm sitting under one of those LED lights that mimic sunlight, so I can see.
Thinking it might be a little awkward if you have one of those boob lights on stream. You know, the ones that wrap around your neck and point down for your hands.
I have.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
illumination.
That would be a different clientele that'll be showing up into the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched this podcaster last week. He's a bald British man, knitter, crafter. He's done costume design and all sorts of things, has a couple of knitting books out. And people were criticizing him because he didn't shave before one podcast. I'm thinking, dude, half the time we're wearing our pajamas and, don't comb our hair or whatever. You're not disrespecting your audience if you're comfortable.
Right.
But he gets haters. Not the same kind of haters we do, but enough of them. Because he's bought Temu yarn.
Oh, no, not Temu yarn.
And reviewed it. And liked it.
I have Temu yarn. It's fine.
Well, I know that and you know that, but the haters out there.
I mean, they're going to hate.
How dare he?
They're going to hate somebody no matter what they do. Like, one of the things I always tell folks because at some point somebody likes to talk about like the negative group that hangs around my job. And I always tell them, it's like, listen, my boss could save a baby from a burning building. They'll accuse him of kidnapping because that's just how they are.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. And I get, the people are like, oh, Temu this, China that. Well, don't the Chinese people deserve to have jobs where they can make money and eat? Like, they're always, talking about, oh, people, small business owners and blah, 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 they need to eat. Well, Chinese people need to eat too.
But people say that, but then like the small business owners are always told to give things for cheaper prices. So it's like,
oh, I know. It's the designers deserve a living wage, yet don't charge too much for your pattern.
Yeah,
right.
Or give it for free. So,
Yeah, that happened to me when I made my audiobook. Like, I've only got one audiobook. I was about to say, forever ago, but I financed it myself. And one of the first things that happened were people like, okay, cool. So where can I get it for free? And I was like, you can't. Like, you literally have to pay for this. It's like, oh, but I don't have a lot of money. I say, hey, man, same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do they think you put the audiobook out just for fun? Like you don't want people to buy it and support you? Like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, and I had one person who was like, well, you need to understand, I'm in the hospital, and the only enjoyment I get is by listening to audiobooks, so give it to me for free. And I was like, no, but here's a promo code. You can get 10% off.
Or listen to something else.
Or there's a library, you can download books for free.
Turn on the radio.
Right.
I mean,
It's free.
I'm not trying to be like that person, but like trying to emotionally manipulate me doesn't work. I grew up with a narcissist. I get like,
yep.
Like this feels a lot like negotiating with terrorists, which I don't do. It's rule 1, actually.
Book terrorists.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
I
you
saw
don't
this
get
people out there.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
No, I was just going to say, I saw this thing on Twitter. It was somebody saying that Amazon is changing terms and conditions for its audiobooks.
Oh.
So kind of they can, if an author puts their stuff out there, that Amazon can just, basically screw you up at any time and not pay out.
Yeah, that's what they were already
Probably
doing that.
more than I do, but
Yeah, like I've got a couple of so the stuff I have on there right now you can buy for like $1, right? And the reason I put it for $1 isn't because I think my writing's cheap, but it's because Amazon couldn't make the price any lower than that. Because at one point they were just making my stuff like cheaper and cheaper for like sales and flash things. And on the surface for the consumer, that sounds amazing. I got a book that's normally $7 for $4. I really want that. Cool. I'm really happy for you. Unfortunately, Amazon doesn't pay me that difference. And when I went to talk to them about it, I was like, yo, you put my stuff on sale and you didn't talk to me. It's like, well, per the terms and conditions of our platform, we can do whatever we want with your book. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you were the devil. Holy shit. And so then I made it $1 and it was like, we can't make it on a sale less than $1. It's like, oh, it sucks to be you.
Well,
yeah. Michael Caine, who we had on our show a while ago, he's the guy who wrote After Moses. It's all space good times. But he just did a Kickstarter for his stuff to get an audiobook going, and he hit his stretch goal, so you'll actually get 2 audiobooks for the price of one, which is exciting.
Nice.
nice.
But yeah, he's only selling, I mean, you can get a paperback book from Amazon, but he's only selling the audiobook through his own website. And he's like, I can sell it digitally. I can send you a zip drive, and then you could own it forever. And it won't magically go away when Amazon suddenly says so.
Yeah.
Well, they do that with their Kindle books right now. That was a big to-do
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple months ago. Yeah, when they got rid of Orwell's book, I was like, oh man, you made a really easy blog post for me. Let's go.
It's like, this is T-ball out here. Come on, guys. Why do you have to do that?
The irony.
Yeah, well, and that was like the one thing. So like they took it down and like everybody was like, why did you take down Orwell's book? And it's like, oh, well, it's not blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, that's literally what happens in Orwell's book. You are fulfilling the prophecy, my man.
Clearly you didn't read it before you decided to take it down there.
Tell me you didn't read the book without telling me that you read the book.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I did get a thing on my Pinterest for a book on Amazon, and while I won't actually pay for the money to buy it, it was actually hilarious. And if I could get it for free, I'd think about it, but it's different.
What book is it?
Oh, wait, I took a picture of the cover. Hold on.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, here it is. Hot Victorians. Meet the dream man for the past. Meet your dream man from the past. And it's got all these good-looking men who, during the Victorian era.
The picture
There's jocks, there's sign. Yeah, and yeah.
So are they fictional dudes, or is this
No,
just
they're real people.
from the past?
They're real people
No,
with their
Mr.
photographs.
Darcy.
And it's $18, and I just can't see paying $18 for it. But they have hot dads and dishy doctor, sexy scientist, hunky jocks.
Yay!
This
Look at
sounds
him.
like a great
He's got
book.
50 cups up.
It does.
It's like, hey, want to read a book entirely about cool dudes? I'm like, I love cool dudes. It's like they're
It's
dead
got-
cool dudes. I'm like, again, I love
That's
it.
even better. I don't have to deal with
It's
their
got-
baggage.
They can never
15
disappoint me
Right.
again. This is fantastic.
15 hot dads, 53 hunky jocks, 87 boys next door, 113 sexy nerds, and 137 original hipsters.
There you go.
And that's a lot of pictures for
That's worth
$18.
$18 right there.
We like pictures. There might be words. I may read the words, but
Oh yeah, there's stories about who they were. Um, one of them identified the bacteria responsible for the plague.
Oh,
So yeah,
Sounds like a cool guy.
That guy's gonna be super hot. He figured out the plague. I bet he told everybody to take a fucking bath too.
probably. But I just thought, somebody put a lot of time and effort into research and doing that book, and
yeah.
I wish them well. I just am not gonna spend $18 on it because
No.
they're all
See,
dead. But
that also sounds like the kind of book like I'd leave on the coffee table. Like, welcome to my
Exactly.
home. Look at my book of old dead guys that I love. This is
Well, my husband's family are LDS, so there's a lot of missionary work in his family. And I had a friend who had a solution to when the missionaries came over. She had a book about cannibalism that she would leave on her coffee table, open up. So when they come over, she'd say, "Oh, let me go get you some water," and leave the book open on the table.
There's a
And
guy to
usually by the time she came back, they were just like, "Never mind, you're busy. We'll come back later."
You sure? You sure you want to go?
Yeah.
We could be
Hey,
friends.
for
check out
dinner.
my cool basement.
Well, they showed up when I was living with my in-laws when I was first married. They showed up to my in-laws' house, and it was very interesting because I was the only one home, and they asked for me by name, which was, kind of
That's even
disconcerting.
weirder.
That
Yeah.
I meant somebody in the family sent them. And I know exactly who because they sent him to one of my coworkers who was not Mormon also. But I was like, when I answered the door, I was so annoyed. I was on the tip of my tongue to tell him that I had just taken up devil worship and I was going to see how that goes. But then I thought, no, that might seem as a challenge.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was her cannibal book was not a pretty book.
Ugh,
And
I can't imagine.
and she never read it or anything. She just used it as a prop, and it worked for all types of missionaries and guests that you don't want.
I should do that. I should put that in my office at work.
I don't know. The people in your office, they might like it.
I don't know. Now that you say that, I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, maybe.
There might end up be a series about it.
Thinking
No, what you do is you get the Hot Victorians book, and anytime a male coworker comes and annoy you, open the book and just be like looking at the book, looking at him. Don't say anything, just like make faces and.
I kind of thought you looked like number 73, but I'm not so sure anymore. I'm just not so sure.
It's a doppelganger.
But don't let them look at it. That's the thing, because then they don't know exactly who they're being compared to. Men don't like being compared to other men, even dead ones, I hear.
I was talking to one person. I can't remember what the topic of that particular meeting was, but they were like, "Are all your guys' meetings like this?" And I was like, "No, we have 2 other meetings, and this one meeting's not very productive because I'm too busy sexual or harassing so and so." And they're like, "Oh wow, well who's your HR?" It's like, "It's me. I'm HR."
And I say I pass.
HR has the power.
No, it's just an ongoing joke that we have. So, like, I told one of the coworkers he can't talk to me unless he's wearing gray sweatpants. And he was like, "Why gray sweatpants?" And I was like, "Because all hot guys in shows wear gray sweatpants. So you need to wear gray sweatpants." And he laughed at me, but then one day he sent me a picture of just gray sweatpants, not him in them. But he was like, "I was thinking about it." It's like, damn it, it's this close. It's fucking close.
Yeah, and then he comes to work wearing gray sweatpants, and people ask him.
I'm gonna be like that one meme of the girl fanning herself. I'll be like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, now you have to go home. You can't work here.
Distracting.
Yeah. But one funny thing, because I did that in a meeting, and so all the other girls in the meeting were like having a good like chortle at it, and so we had, I think it was like a little while later. It's like a couple of weeks later, we had another meeting, and all the girls were like, "We brought and we're wearing the gray sweatpants," and they showed them off, and I was like, "No, it's too much. I can't deal with it." So as you can tell, we're super professional at work.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hey,
How stuff gets done.
Mhm.
some of my favorite jobs were jobs where people could hang out and do stuff like that, where we didn't have to, be corporate-ish. So, so. Anybody got any future knitting plans before the end of the year?
I'm gonna finish this giant cape. That's what I do.
But then you have to wear it with a fan in front of you so it blows out
Yes.
behind you.
No. No, I'll just walk around in just it. You know, it's how some people walk around in like a little bathrobe. Like, no, but just be me in this giant ass shawl wherever I go.
What did I do? Oh, poo.
Uh-oh, that's not a good noise. Did you mess up your pumpkin?
A little too enthusiastic with the wheat stitch.
Too weedy.
So much fun, you just want to keep doing it.
You were supposed to stop?
I was supposed to do single crochet.
Oh, well,
It's 2 rows. 2 rows of one thing, 2 rows of another. And I just continued doing the other.
it doesn't have to be a perfect pumpkin. It can be
Yes, it
unique.
has to be perfect. Trust me, this is not a perfect pumpkin.
It's beautiful. I can tell already.
It's very autumnal.
You need to make a really big one so it can be the great pumpkin.
I'm so excited. I'm not even making it.
Amy, get on it.
How do we know she hasn't already made one? that
She
big?
probably has. It'd be like a footstool or something.
Yeah, poof for her office. She can sit on beanbag chair size pumpkin.
Yes.
Taking
That'd
up
be
the entire
awesome.
room.
That would be a way to use up a lot of yarn.
Mm-hmm. A lot of orange yarn.
True.
Well, any
I
color.
did see a thing where they interviewed Charles Schultz, who said that the Great Pumpkin came out because he came up with an idea of a kid getting so excited for a holiday and wanting gifts before the holiday came, before Christmas came. And he thought Halloween, and then he thought Linus and the Great Pumpkin waiting for gifts. And that's how the whole thing came about. Because
Linus is my favorite.
Linus and Schroeder are mine.
When I was in high school, I had a Linus watch.
Aw.
Everybody else had Mickey Mouse. I had Linus.
Linus was the smartest kindergartner.
I know, right? Yeah, he's 5 and he's quoting the Bible. Like, love it.
That and Snoopy. Snoopy was the smartest one of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
That dog had so many careers.
He was flying planes, man.
He was a World War I flying ace.
Yeah.
I know. I liked his brother too, Spike,
Spike. Yeah.
who lived in the desert.
And he can cook.
Yep, and he can win Christmas decorating contests.
Mm-hmm. He's perfect. Calvin, you better get on it. Slacker.
They don't make fun cartoons like that for kids anymore.
You know, the guy who did Calvin and Hobbes just got tired, and I think they're throwing him a lot of money because they're talking about bringing it back with like Calvin's daughter or something. And I was like, no, you can let it be. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can just reread the old ones. It's all right.
There's plenty to read, so you know.
You
Yeah,
could
I
make
guess
it a
it's
cartoon. Have we thought about that? We could make it like an actual cartoon.
It's the 75th anniversary of the Peanuts, so
Yep.
Oh.
that's why they were talking about them. It's hard to think that the first one came out in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Animation's changed so much since then.
Yep.
But I do like the old ones. Like, there's something charming about the old technology.
Well, and it's sweet, it's not, mean and
Pesky parents hanging around.
nope, just an occasional teacher that you never see either.
But you heard her.
Wah, wah, wah. Exactly. I mean, they were going to go to the grandmother's house on Thanksgiving. You never see her either.
Mm-mm.
As a kid, I never thought that popcorn and toast would be the perfect Thanksgiving dinner. But, when you're an adult, sometimes you're like,
Yeah.
you know what, that's pretty easy to make. So maybe they had something going.
Well, maybe Snoopy couldn't go to the grocery store.
I don't know. Maybe
Probably not.
that's when they weren't allowing animals in. They didn't have therapy animals in.
He wasn't an emotional support beagle.
No. He would try and go in, they kick him out, be like, get that mud out of here. And he'd be like, yeah.
He'd probably get a job in the produce department.
Gotta keep him away from the meats, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Too many people go in the stores with pets that are not service animals.
Oh, they're in restaurants with them. I'm like, give me a break.
Yeah, that bothers me.
And we talked about that when I was in hospitality, and all they have to do is say it's my emotional support animal, and like the hotel restaurant, they can't do anything. Even if the animal's literally peeing on everything.
Yeah.
And if like your animal was trained, nobody would care, but it's literally like making a fuss and all this other stuff.
Yeah, there was one in the grocery store the other day that it was clearly not a support animal because it was following other people around the store and trying to eat their food, not their person that they were supposedly with.
Yeah.
So clearly was not trained, but got to bring it to the store because.
Yeah. When the animal's more neurotic than the human, and that's saying something.
Right.
Well, have you guys seen like the gentle parenting with like kids in the grocery store right now?
It's bizarre.
Oh, it's wild. Like kids just eating produce and everything, and like store clerks going after parents, and the parents are like, no, I can't discipline my child. Like my child's just going through a phase. And so like it's like, okay, well, we're gonna have to charge you for all those grapes that kid ate. And it's like, no, you can't do that. It's like, oh, I can, because now the grapes are gone.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't pay.
Yeah.
We provide a service.
Yeah, the gentle parenting is a problem. You can tell from the older Gen Zs who get arrested for all these stupid things, and the first thing they want to do is call their mom.
Well, that and
they've never been told no. They've never been told no.
And then you got like the grown people going to job interviews with their parents, and it was like, what did you just say? Like, what?
I know, I heard about that.
It's real. It happened. I thought it was just like the internet, but then one of my friends in a different HR company was like, no, that happened. And I was like, holy shit, did you hire that person? They're like, of course not.
No.
Yeah, it's too many parents who don't want to take the time and effort, so they give their kids a screen and whatever they want to keep them quiet, and it does the child no good when they're older and they have to deal with people.
Yeah, I think it's that and a mixture of like people like really I don't even want to say they overreact. There's definitely like a protectiveness around kids right now. It's actually kind of one of the things that makes me really annoyed with some of the debates that goes on is that one of the deflection things that they use to not talk about certain points is like, okay, well, we're doing it to protect the children. It's like, no, circle the fuck back, because I understand I understand the outcome, but you're not telling me how we're getting there, right? And so there's obviously like kids are important. We should protect them and everything else like that. But I don't think that they should be used as kind of like a discussion meat shield to like conceal like tactics and stuff like that. But you've got places like California where if they think no evidence, no nothing, if they just think that you're abusing your kid in some shape or form, whether it be like verbal or whatever, they can just come and take your kid. Like
And
no
it's
evidence,
illegal.
no nothing. You know, when I had to be a mandate reporter as a teacher, I had to have something. And even if it was like, well, my dad hit me, I was like, and now I have to call. So that's great. Thanks. Let's go ahead and do that. And that's what I would do. But I can't just be kind of like, oh, I think this child's being abused, therefore let's take the child away from home.
Well, and their definition of abuse is very different than mine because they, you know, they
Well, the new law that
kids to run
he
the
just
show.
signed that starts soon, um, anyone who can claim up to a fifth level relationship with a child can go to a school and sign an affidavit and take that child without parental knowledge.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
And can also, so they've ordered school districts to get rid of all of their information on guardians and who's allowed to pick up and not children. And this new law means anyone up to like a fifth relationship relative can come and sign an affidavit. The affidavit says that they're the guard, that they have the right to do this. Now, if it turns out they weren't, then they can prosecute them. But by that time, the child's gone, and
Yeah.
they can take kids to take them to get medical treatment without their parents' permission. So any kind of gender treatment, any kind of abortion treatment, yes.
Mhm.
And that's to protect the children. And they said they claim they did it because of ICE, because if parents get arrested, then a relative can come get the kids from school. But in reality, it leaves every kid open to exploitation because a kidnapper could come in and say, "Oh, I'm the second cousin and I have a right to take the kid," and they just going to let them take the kid.
That's
Yeah,
how you
but also a lot of kidnapping isn't just, unconnected person grabs kid off the street. A lot of it is within families and custody battles back and forth and a lot of wacky stuff like that. So it's like a kid's, again, not that, you shouldn't have parental rights and, families should have more control over the children than schools. But at the same time, you just being able to grab without being the designated guardian is pretty bad.
Yeah, but it's California because who doesn't really care about kids?
Oh, well.
But yeah, it's insane. Gentle parenting was not something my parents did.
No.
Like, my parents weren't like, so like I grew up in a Jerry Springer house. So when my family got me, they were like, okay, we're not going to physically discipline you because you've been through that enough. And I was like, oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Right. But they were always still strict with me. And they had to correct like a lot of bad behaviors. But like at one point, like I was grounded like all the fucking time. Like, and I don't mean like grounded because I actually did bad things. It was just my parents were like, well, you were told to do this and you didn't do it. So now you're grounded for 2 weeks. And I mean, like at one point I was like, I wanted to take a shower in the morning instead of at night because I wanted to be clean for school. Right. They grounded me.
What?
Yeah, no, that's how strict they got because they were trying to fix that and it didn't help that my stepmother was bipolar either. I'm just saying. But so I was always grounded, and my boyfriend at the time was like, I'll never see you ever again. Only at lunchtime at school will I ever spend time with you. And I was like, oh man, let's make the most of those 35 minutes. Let's go. But I mean,
you and these chicken nuggets are really gonna.
Yeah, but that their parenting at that time probably for like my grandpa's generation would have been considered like gentle parenting, right? Because it was just a different time then, but children were different and society was different too.
Yeah, my parents, they didn't use a ton of physical, but we did get spanked and a time or two, and it wasn't fun. And I didn't use it much with my children because both of them had extremely high pain tolerances and would tell me they didn't feel anything when I spanked them when they were little. I'm like, okay, well, then that's not working because I don't want to beat you, but it's got to make some kind of impression on you. My son's like, you can't hit hard, Mom. You're weak.
That's a different kind of challenging right there. Like, you're weak, Mom. You can't
I'm just
fucking
trying to imagine what would have happened if my grandmother, if one of her children had said that to her. That would have been.
Yeah. At that point, I was like, when your dad gets home from school, you two are going to go for a walk and have a little bit of a discussion on how you act and what your boundaries are, because I don't want to really hurt you, but I also don't want you telling me that I'm weak. But it was very rare I ever had to spank them. I mean, my kids were pretty good, and they didn't. It's not like I used the wooden hairbrush like my mother did, or make them go cut their own switch like my grandmother did. My aunt tore up. She stepped on a piece of glass going out to get a switch when she was little, and her foot got infected, and she had to have surgery.
Yeah.
But when she healed, she still got that spanking. So,
Had one in reserve.
Yeah. My
You're not
grandmother
off the
held
hook.
it off.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild. But I think stories like that are why people want to do gentle parenting, because they're kind of like, I don't want to give my children some kind of encounter like that.
Honestly, that didn't bother me. It was more my father being disappointed in me. Because when we got in trouble, we'd have to wait till my dad came home from school and tell him exactly what we did. And that was worse. Because my mom wouldn't do it. She made us actually go tell him every little wrong thing we did. And he'd get the big disappointed face, and
Not the disappointed face. No.
Yeah, the disappointed face. Like, you could do better. I'm so disappointed in you. I had such faith in you. And then he would punish us. He would ground us usually. I went a whole month without my boom box because I got grounded.
That was always my favorite.
My parents forgot I had one of those little cassette tape recorders, that they had before boom boxes came out. That had the one earpiece thing that you could put in and only hear with one ear. So I had that, so they didn't know I was still
And for
listening
me,
to
that would
music.
just be a broken pair of headphones.
Well, yeah, but
one earpiece is like, nah, just one side works.
Yeah, there was
one. Yeah, it only came with a one earpiece, and so I would listen to music on that because losing my boombox was a big deal.
Yep.
Not having music was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my parents used to take things too, but they wouldn't tell me what I had done. That was like that was part of it, because they would take things and be kind of like, well, you can figure out what it is that you did. And I was like, nope, can't figure it out. Don't know why my boombox is. One time, I still don't know to this day. I guess I could ask them. One day I came home and my bed was out of the room, and I was like, I don't know what I did. Like, are you fucking with me? Because these are my parents, and as you guys have gotten from me, I'm kind of a troll. And so, like, part of me was like, I must have either done something or they're pranking me, because it has to be one of these two things. But whatever it wasn't enough to make me figure it out, because the bed was put back in the next day. And I was like,
Did you just, like, sleep on the floor?
Yeah, I was just kind of like, and I didn't say anything either. Like, I walked in and saw that the bed was gone, and I was kind of like, okay, weird. And so I went down, did my homework, had dinner, didn't say anything. They didn't say anything to me. And then I just like slept on my backpack with the jacket on. And then when I came back the next day, my bed was put back in. I was like, that was a lot of work for whatever it was that you did. But
yeah, I got back at my parents because it's really not very smart to ground a child who plays clarinet. Because I just went into practice mode and practiced all the most obnoxious, loud pieces that I could think of for hours at a time when I was grounded. So it's like, okay, I'm going to make you suffer too. So, yeah. It wasn't fun. My poor neighbor, my poor mother. I played clarinet, my sister played saxophone, and my brother played electric guitar. And we didn't have air conditioning at the time, so all the windows would have to be open in the summer when we were practicing, and the poor neighbors were just done with us.
Little jam session.
No, it was never a jam session because my
Never a
brother
jam
only
session?
played. No, he played rock music. He wasn't interested in any kind of band music or orchestra music. He was playing Led Zeppelin all the time. He was in a band.
No clarinets and Led Zeppelin.
No. Nope.
So not to get totally
been-
distracted. Sorry. Go ahead.
Could have been recorders, but we had aged out of that.
What are you guys
What
saying?
was that, Ian?
Oh no, I was just so I finished one of my hearts, and so this yarn right here. Oh, you can't even see it that well. Dang. Here, I'll see if that helps. Probably won't. Nope. But this color here is Holly of Mystery Mouse Yarn, and it is her Swamp Thing colorway, and it is actually one of my like all-time favorite colors.
Oh,
That is pretty.
Like
good
it
green.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like dark green and tealy, but there's some I don't know kind of mossy colors in there too. And
Ooh, nice.
I mean, it's perfect for Swamp Thing, but it's also like really, really pretty. You don't think of Swamp Thing as being pretty. Let me tell you, it is top tier colorway.
Swamp Thing is allowed to be pretty.
That's right. I'm sure Swamp Thing is pretty in its own way. I'm sure among other Swamp Things, you go, woo.
That's true. I did learn that there was a reason they made kids play recorders at school.
Why is that?
To help kids develop their lungs because there had been a lot of asthma and pneumonia. And so the schools, instead of having them do exercises to practice enlarging their lungs and helping them, they came up with recorders.
Yeah.
breathe with the diaphragm. The diaphragm.
Not just to play that silly flute solo from that one episode of Next Generation.
Oh, the penny whistle?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Sorry,
got one of those.
A friend of mine, so she enjoys Star Trek, seen a lot of original series. She's like, I can never get into Next Generation. And her theory is every time someone's like, oh, you have to see this Next Generation episode, she's like, it's always, okay, sure, I'll sit down and watch it. It's a character development episode. I'm like, I don't know these characters. How about a little action? How about a little plot? No, it's just that flute. It's Picard and the flute is the only episode they'll ever tell you to watch. It's like, I don't like it. I don't know him. What's going on?
I really liked the episode where they were getting abducted, and Riker got to have like his like stare off into the distance with the disturbed expression moment. Because normally what they would do is they would make him just like look off like that. But then that was like the time. It was like, yeah, no, it looked like you've really seen something messed up. And he was like, oh, like big eye, like one bigger than the other. It was so funny.
I like the one where Picard has to convince the Ferengi that he really is in love with Troy's mother.
That is pretty great.
He gives that big speech to fight for her.
She
And
was
it's
into
so
it.
awkward. It was so awkward on his part.
I wonder if
Like,
Roddenberry was
that's
there.
that's a Shakespearean trained actor doing that because that's the only way he got through that.
I always wonder if it was Roddenberry there, you know, being kind of like, yeah, that's right. Touch my wife. I'm watching you, Patrick.
Like, I'm on set that day. That's right.
Can't have my wife just be the computer now. She's got to sit there on your lap. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. I always gotta laugh when they made her talk to the computer when she was on an episode. It's like, yeah, talk to yourself, go.
And then it didn't work for her.
No, sometimes it would work. She'd be like, computer, where is the 10 forward? And of course, like her voice would come out of the computer. It's like 10 forward is down the hall.
You know, not that it took any acting from her, but one of my favorite Deep Space Nine episodes, not to bore the audience, this is worse than football. I'm so sorry to everybody involved.
I'm sitting here thinking,
this
now
is
I
the
know
way.
what Ian feels like when we talk football because I have not seen any of this.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's fine. Go ahead.
That's
No,
fine.
it's fine.
Oh, but it is it's a Deep Space Nine episode, and it was one of those where Troy's mother shows up. So she's off having her own plot line, but at the same time, it is one of my all-time favorite O'Brien moments, where there's this virus in the computer that came from a probe, and they're trying to figure it out. But before that virus happens, he's talking about the computer, and he's like, the computer is antagonistic, and it's the same computer voice as always. But the thing is that it is an alien space station that they slapped the Federation voice box on. So he, the computer guy, has been talking to computers his whole life, and he knows that the computer works this way. But the new voice box that sounds exactly like every other computer is behaving differently, and only he recognizes it. And the rest of the crew are like, okay, whatever, man. He's like, I'm going to have to rewrite the programming from the ground up. And it's like, yeah, okay, well, you do that in your spare time, buddy. And he's like, no, you can hear it. You see? She doesn't want to give me information. And they're like, it's okay, cool.
Somebody
It's such a tech guy moment. I love that. That was just incredible.
saw an interview with the Colm Meaney, who played the transporter dude, engineer dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he didn't really get hired for DS9. He just showed up, and he just stayed around. And eventually, they started writing him into the, because he had one cameo role, and it was just supposed to be one episode. But he just kept coming back to set and just walking around set in his uniform. And eventually, they hired him again. Yeah, just in case.
You might need me. I just thought I'd be here.
Yeah.
I always liked O'Brien as a character because he was always like that military vet, and the only reason he got into engineering was because he got tired of things not working. So he just figured it out. And then after they were like, you just learned how to do this on your own. He was like, yeah, I was tired of it being broken. It's like, would you like to job change into this other field?
I love the whole enlisted man thing with him too, where it's like, yay, Wesley, you get to go to Starfleet Academy. You already make more not money than I do. Great.
Yeah.
It's fun. Okay, we can stop with the nerd talk. I'm sorry.
Sorry. How's the sports ball doing, Therese?
Yeah, tell us about the sports ball.
Let's see. Last I saw, the Lions were winning.
Yay? Not yay.
No.
Is that your team? Who am I voting for?
Oh.
Rooting for. Rooting, not voting.
It's Detroit Lions 7, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 0.
I don't know. Football would be a lot more interesting if you could vote them off instead of making them lose.
Yes.
Survivor.
You could vote off the players you don't like, or the ones who do bad, they get voted out for the next week. That would be interesting.
That's one way to Big Brother it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would be doing a lot more online, being kind of like social media. Like, look at me train. I'm going to run real fast, guys. You better vote for me.
I would not. I mean, the sort of, drama, dark room camera of everybody saying, well, I think you should vote him off because he's a jerk. And
people would start staging things like, oh, he tripped me. Like, how could you trip me, my man? You're such a bad person.
Do it, Joe. It's on my list, too. I think Annie has a Zweig she knit.
Zweig? What is that?
Caitlin. It's Caitlin Hunter. It's really pretty.
I've been looking for a Caitlin Hunter-like color work sweater.
oh, so that you know how I said that?
Oh,
I kind of see it.
Pretty.
Is that lace?
Lace? Yeah, it's got a lace section.
Oh.
Annie knit one. She wears it occasionally in her party.
Oh.
Do you want a Caitlin Hunter? Because she's got a bunch of different color work ones.
Oh, that's in my library. Huh.
Or you can knit that one because you have it.
I've had it all along. It's like me and books.
I would like toilet pure wool and superwash wool. Any thoughts?
Toilet?
Not sure what.
I'm
not sure what toilet pure wool is, but will it block oddly? Would half of it be the right stretch size and the other too tight? Oh, you mean combine superwash and non-superwash? I don't know. I think it would depend. compare on what section's what.
You just need to be careful with that lace that you don't have it too far down,
Yeah.
because we don't want any, you know.
I don't know if
Nip
you
slips.
remember when I said, my mom likes to knit sweaters, but when she's done with the yarn, she just hands it to me. And I'm like, best day ever. And she's
Mhm.
like, no, I bought too much for this sweater. Just have the rest of it. But what happened is that she handed me all of this yarn. And I'm like, oh, well, like some of it was that thickish. I'm like, I have some thickish. This is enough for a sweater now. And it was like, she had 2.5 skeins. I'm like, okay, we can do color work. But the thing is that I like knitting colorwork sweaters, but I haven't knit a lot of them lately. So I'm like, wait, here, I have this pattern that I have, and I have this yarn. And I ended up handing it back to her. I'm like, look, it's a whole nother sweater and a kit. It's what you like to do. And she's like, oh, okay. You want me to make this for you? I'm like, please.
I don't know, Joe. I've never combined superwash with non-superwash. I don't know how it blocks. Maybe somebody in the chat's done it and knows if it's going to block differently. I know superwash stretches when you block it
I
sometimes.
mean, I don't know, if you're holding the two together, or are you doing different sections with different wools?
And then oversized anyway. I don't have skinny arms. Yeah, I mean, if you're holding it together, I could see that being maybe not. Depends on how tight your gauge is, because if the gauge is tight, I would think it would be okay and it wouldn't stretch too much anyway. But I don't know. I've never knit them both together. Maybe somebody in the chat has. I don't know, but it would be pretty. It's one of those sweaters that I guess a lot of people think are difficult, but it's really not so complicated from what I've seen. So, wonder if Neil's ever going to finish his orange sweater now that orange is not his color.
Oh.
And he can't wear orange anymore. So
I've been wearing that shawl all month. Wherever I go, I wear it. It's in my closet right now, but
he got his colors done.
Yeah.
And this woman told him he can't wear orange.
And he's decided to believe her.
Yes.
Is he like the first man in history to have their colors done?
I don't know.
Because I know, my husband would not do that.
Mine would not either.
Yeah, but I mean, Neil does a lot of
Not
designing
intentionally.
stuff. He's very
Sure.
he's very technically focused when it comes to these things. So it makes sense for him to be like, okay, let's optimize. When you're knitting something, you want to look good in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have a specific color you like, you're going to feel good in it regardless because you like the color.
I just wear what I want.
I just feel bad because he was so excited knitting that sweater and then he just stopped when he got his colors done. And I think he should finish it.
I think so too.
I have a question. It's going back to the start of the stream, but it's been bothering me because I don't understand. So I want to be smarter. What is a memory blanket?
Oh. It's
I don't.
this
you guys
chick
explain it.
years ago. Now people have always done mitered squares forever, but this chick years ago, she used to have a podcast. I don't think she does anymore. She it's called Coziest Memories Blanket, and what you do is you take your leftover sock yarn. So it's the memories of stuff that you've knit before, and you put those yarns into one blanket. So you can look at the squares and go, oh, there's those socks that I made for Bobby Sue, and there's the socks I made for myself, and there's a shawl that I made for Grandma,
It's a way to use your scraps up.
Yeah,
That's cool.
but Mitered squares, what you do is you have a odd number of stitches, and then in the center you knit 3 together, and that will make it into a square on either side. So it will be a L shape then, and goes smaller, and then you cast
There's
on.
crochet versions of them out there too.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I feel lucky now. Because I'm a hooker, not a knitter. I'm sorry.
You could always
That's
try.
nothing to apologize for.
Try. No, you can't do that. Maybe I could. Maybe I'll think about it. I did do the Tunisian crochet. I did the Tunisian crochet.
Tunisian with a
That's
CH.
almost like knitting.
Almost.
Kinda. It's like halfway in between.
Yeah. I may have ordered some more yarn that I was thinking of using for Tunisian crochet. I might still do it.
That's fine.
Because I learned how to color change, and I was like, I feel so smart. I know how to color change now with Tunisian crochet. Which I know everybody's like,
do it.
well, everybody's like, Carol, that's like really easy to do. It's like, but I figured it out on my own. I didn't use a video or anything.
Well, good for you.
There
It's
was
fun when you
time.
figure out a technique.
Hasn't always been there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll use that yarn to knit. I don't know. I'm in a place where it's like I feel like I'm about to have cast on itis.
Just gotta start all the things.
I'm like, man, let's just start 15 million projects, and I'll figure out one of them at some point.
That is what we do.
Okay.
Normally, I have that issue with like writing books and stuff. I was like, oh man, I just want to write this short story, like, and then 50,000 words later, it's not very short now. It's kind of a book.
I just sent you a crochet pattern, one that's a mitered blanket, or like a mitered square blanket.
Oh, thank you. I will look at it. Nope, that's Nana. That's not you. That's you.
I want to do a crocheted one. Go quicker.
Oh, that's super cute. Yeah. Okay.
You want me to send you the pattern? I'll send you the pattern too.
Sure.
Yes. Let's see what it does.
She'll send it to Therese too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a pattern, and you get a pattern, and you get a pattern. All of you get patterns.
Well, I won't send it to Anne because she's not crocheting mitered square. She would knit them.
That's true. Well, that's kind of the thing with.
I'm not saying she couldn't crochet them. She could crochet them because it's single crochet.
I could crochet them, but that is one of the deal with my various garter blankets, my hearts and coffins and puzzle boxes and everything else, is that I have tried mitered square before, but there's something about it that I just don't like. You know, I guess I prefer to have my decreases and stuff on the outside of the square than having to count to the center of the square.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, but I think once you get going, you don't even need to count anymore because you can just see where it is.
True.
Because the squares are small; they're not that many stitches.
Right.
So,
but yeah, I personally prefer moving on the outside edges.
Okay.
And believe me, I have so many cozy memories right here. There's just so many. It's just so cozy. I don't have any problem working in any scraps at all. I'm all good. There will be a blanket.
One will appear whether we like it or not.
I know.
Who's messaging me? What do you want from me?
Yeah, I mean, they're like the jelly roll too. That the crochet jelly roll. Did that just come out, or will that come out soon?
soon, I think. I don't know if it's out yet.
What is that? What is a crochet jelly roll?
Well, the jelly roll blanket is Miss Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears, and it's basically strips of garter, and then you join as you go. And she did a crocheted version too, which is that I don't know my crochet terms very well. Is it linen stitch? Is that what it's called?
I haven't seen the pattern, so I don't know.
Okay.
But it's a basic crochet stitch, and you just make strips and you attach them as you like. You make a strip and then you make the second strip and attach it as you knit it, as you crochet it.
Mhm. So you have your multicolored stripes going.
Nice.
Yeah. But it's all rectangle. It's not unusual shapes.
Uh-huh.
Like it's not like coffins or hearts,
Right.
which are fun to knit.
Which is where I innovate, man. That is my contribution to knitting society.
You're so helpful.
I try.
You do great.
I do my best or something.
And like you're underselling yourself. Like when Anne came to help us at MegaCon, I was like, "Listen, your job is to hold this string and to hand out bookmarks." She handed out bookmarks so well, we ran out. We had to find other things for her to hand out.
I'm saying they're like, if it's my job, it's my job, man. I'm like, I felt bad at that point. I'm like, was I over enthusiastic? Did I? Yeah.
They told you
Oh,
to hand
and
out bookmarks. You handed out bookmarks.
yeah, bookmarks. I gave the people what they wanted, which was
You-
beautiful Rippaverse bookmarks.
You did. I was very impressed. I was like, wow, we have no more bookmarks now. That's a problem for me when I get back to the warehouse.
That's a you later problem. A me today problem. People are getting bookmarks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a valuable commodity. You need to be able to mark your book.
Yeah. They're
Wish you
called
guys would
Twitter
come to-
strips in the reading community.
Wish you guys would come to Level Up here in Vegas.
You know, I think they want us to show up, but it's just one of those things where like some of us may go because we want to go, but I don't know if Rippaverse in general will go.
They should. They need somebody that's got that. Um, it's a bigger deal company. So there's a lot of little independent and a lot of the anime stuff. But I think
Oh.
they would do really well there because there is some comic book stuff.
When is that?
April.
April? I might
Yeah,
be able
they
to
have a lot of the
travel then.
panels. They have a lot of panels with the voice actors for a lot of the TV shows. And I'm not going. I mean, if you guys went, I would go, of course. But I fell this year, when we were going in and
I
smashed my
remember
face
that.
on both my
Yeah.
hands. So I'm not going next year, as far as I know, because my nieces are going to go with my daughter. So she has someone to go with, so I don't have to relive that. But if somebody like Rippaverse is going, I would go.
We'll
So,
see. I
don't
know
forget.
I know MegaCon's
Yeah,
going to be a big deal for us this coming year, so
Well, it's gotten bigger. They do it at the big convention center now instead of the little one they used to do it at. So they're actually on the strip now, or strip adjacent, as opposed to where they did it originally, where it was not near the strip. But last time that I went in, they had a wrestling, like WWE wrestling going on, which we found very odd because that has not much to do with anime and comic books and whatnot. But
Apparently,
was
there's
there.
some audience crossover, man. I've never been into wrestling in my life, but the amount of, geeks and gamers crowd streams that I've seen where they've just had wrestling stuff, I'm like, I guess now I know two things about wrestling. I feel informed. I'm a citizen.
yeah, there's a lot of wrestling fans at work, and so sometimes they'll start talking about it, and I'll be like, "Wow, I have no clue." Like this is like I follow sport ball more than I follow wrestling.
Yeah. But
Well, and Amy in the chat says that my coffin quilt does have a crochet version in it too,
that is
courtesy
true.
of her.
Oh,
That is true. You better get her crocheting up hearts.
It's true. Have a crochet heart version would be pretty cool if she wanted to.
I've got that new yarn coming in. Maybe I'll just use it for that. Who doesn't need like 3 capes disguised as shawls.
That's the thing, though. You could pivot slightly to blankets. It'd be about the same knitting,
Maybe.
Or crocheting.
maybe. Oh yes, crocheting. Of course. As far as stitches together into fabric goes, you could also do blankets.
Yeah, but I really wouldn't start out with a knitted blanket as your first real project. That could be very disheartening because it would take a while, most likely.
I got excited because I was trying to figure out like how to do a shawl with knitting, and I was getting there, but it's like doing the one pass and then the return pass. I was kind of like, I'd rather be doing the Tunisian. But maybe I'll give it a try. I'll do it for Anne.
Aww.
There you go.
Mostly because Anne looked cool as fuck when I was watching her like talk to somebody and knit at the same time. I was like, what the fuck is that superpower she's doing? And then one couple was like, oh yeah, we're expecting a baby. She's like, oh, I just finished this baby blanket. Do you want it? And she's like made a gif not knowing and just gave it.
Well, okay. To be fair, it was a corner to corner garter stitch blanket, and I did not finish it just then. After I had finished it, like once I had gone home, I sent it to them.
Lies.
Here, this blanket can be yours. It is not yet a full blanket.
She's just like, it's like
a full blanket.
This is what it was like watching her like the entire time.
Well, you see me do that every week.
Actually, I don't, because like, so when you guys first brought me on, I was actually confused because I was like, are they knitting? Like, I can't tell. So what was happening is that your guys' camera was like angled in a way where I only saw your faces and I didn't see your fucking spider fingers at work. And so I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
We're sorry.
Spider fingers.
Sorry for confusion.
It's okay. I figured it out after I watched Dan because I was like, oh, that's why I never fucking see anything. You don't even need to look. I'm still a scrub being like, there's one hook and then there's another loop and then here I go again and I do it again and again and again.
I have to look at when I crochet, but I don't have to look when I knit.
Depends on what the stitches are.
Yeah, because crochet, there's too many places you can stick that hook.
Yeah, some of them are not a good choice.
No. Not at all.
I really got to get better lighting in here. I'm going to use black yarn because it'd be okay if it was one strand, but it's the second strand that I keep not picking up right.
What is happening?
With your yarn or something else?
I
Is it your sport ball team? Are you okay?
Oh, no, that's not my team. No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's something with I'm missing a stitch, or I have I don't know. I did something goofy.
No.
It's what we do.
It's what we do.
I know. Anne and Tabitha, they're just knitting away without even looking. And it's intimidating to people who don't know.
Well, this is crocheting. I think I put my hook where it didn't belong.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. That's all right.
Uh-oh.
So much easier to rip out than knitting.
That's the truth.
Well, I think, like I said, with the garter stuff and, the mitered square, that I don't like it because it's in the middle. That I do have to look down, but only when I reach the ends. So it's easier to look ahead, knit to the end, feel that I'm getting to the end, then look down, and, not have to be like, where's the middle stitch?
Yeah.
I'm putting this down because I think I've made a mistake and I can't really tell, so I don't want to go any further on the mistake. So
I don't know.
I will work on it later in brighter lighting. But these things happen because, knitting. Yeah. Therese, it won't matter when you make your pumpkin, according to Amy.
Yeah, I know. I know.
There's my yarn.
And we'll love the
On the
pumpkin
floor.
the same.
I don't know what I did. I did something.
I did take my pumpkin with me to the convention when I went. I offered its services to other people who I was like, "Do you need an emotional support pumpkin?" And like the question like startled them enough that they were like, "What?" And I was like, and I would offer it, and they would be like, "No, I'm okay." And I was like, "Oh, see, look, Ichabod, you're doing your job. You made people fine."
See, it's all in the intent.
Yeah, my coworkers were so fucking done with me by the time we left.
Like, enough of the pumpkin. You're like, no.
No. Do you
I
need
love
the
it.
pumpkin?
And it loves you.
What you need is something for every season. So when the fall's over, you have a winter emotional support thing.
Christmas pumpkin.
Yeah, Christmas pumpkin.
It can still,
Or
we can have pumpkins all year round. It's fine.
You can make
can
an
make Ichabod a little Santa hat.
emotional
Scarf
support
for
Christmas
him.
tree.
Oh, Christmas tree.
Mhm.
I kind of like the all seasons pumpkin idea though, because you can make like a Christmas one, a 4th of July
Yeah.
one, a Valentine's Day for like when you don't have a date, so you take the pumpkin with you to the restaurant. Like
See,
it's,
Are
this
you
is just
listening,
like those
Amy?
concrete geese that old ladies had, except it's pumpkins. That you have a little apron for them and the little bonnet that you change out for the holidays.
yeah, and then you've got like the beach pumpkin where it's kind of like beige color, but then you put like the teal pattern on it, so that way it's not like other pumpkins on the beach.
Are you
Yeah.
listening, Amy?
There's so many pumpkins on the beach. You gotta stick out.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can put little sunglasses on him. The little kid sunglasses.
Poppy hat. And a little suntan lotion on his nose.
Yes.
We
Want
could
the
have one for every month.
Oh,
We could do one for every month.
There you go.
for St. Patrick's Day, make him green.
Yeah.
Easter bunny pumpkin.
Just a
Yeah,
like,
little ears.
You could have little
Tail.
ears, or you can put it like in one of the patterns that you put on like eggs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Have sort of rick-rack around.
This should
Yeah.
take off way better than the emotional support chicken.
No, the chicken's also powerful. This is just for vegans.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I don't think the point is that
People
you
who are
eat an
allergic.
emotional support chicken.
There's somebody out there. It's like, no, I
I
can't
hope
do
not.
a chicken. I need something else. And would
Allergic
you like a
to
Would you like
I
a
feel
rabbit?
like
A pumpkin?
subjugating chicken kind through having a crocheted chicken.
Oh,
Debbie Loves Yarn's making a chicken. So many designers have made all different hats and scarves for the emotional support chickens.
Beautiful.
That's like the year I crocheted the little octopus for my son's friends and my daughter's friends. And for Halloween, I put a costume on each one of them. One was Frankenstein and one was the mummy. And my son's was Darth Vader, of course, with a little toothpick lightsaber that I had Sharpied. And there were like 12 of them of different little octopus with Halloween costumes.
wow.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
I'm into it.
It didn't take long because the little octopuses were only this big and they weren't stuffed. So, I mean, it took me 20 minutes to crochet the octopus. It was just like, oh, let's make this a vampire. So I'll just make a little cape and tie it around the neck
Cute.
and embroidered little fangs on the octopus. So. They were so easy to please when they were little and in elementary school. Anything I made them happy.
Oh yeah.
So then they grow up and
Yep.
they appreciate the craftsmanship put in, but they, I can't just make them little stuffed animals or unstuffed animals anymore. That doesn't do it.
I might need to figure out how to make a little animal critter to take with me to make a con, because everybody keeps saying that they want one of my characters to be a plushie, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So I think I might make one and like take it with me and give it away in like the lottery that we're gonna do there. Like, and you get the only one of its kind, as in the third one I made after figuring out the pattern. Because that's what's gonna happen.
You don't have to tell them that part. Just it's special.
It's the only one like it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Special, just like everyone else.
So Teresa, are you going to cast on your other sweater? with the number 9 needles.
I might. I still want the other sweater, but I don't want to knit the other sweater.
Oh, Debbie Loves Yarn says Kay Jones made a pattern for the mitered squares blanket. It's free everywhere, but she's charging because she made a border.
Well, I think her construction is slightly different, like the way that she does her squares that they flip back and forth. I think there's a way to weave in the ends and stuff. But yeah, it's on one hand it's kind of silly, but on the other, I think she does like video tutorials and stuff. So if you really wanted somebody to hold your hand about this blanket, well, you can get the nice version as opposed to the make do ones.
You know, I was thinking, there's the mitered square blankets and all these, geometric blankets. And then there's Stephen West, with his version is the Moral Magic blanket, all the funky shapes and stuff that are joined as you go. It's not shaped like a blanket.
No, it's like, it's a blanket. You're like, is it square? No. Is it a round one? Also no.
Well, yeah. That's his version of the mitered square blanket. Oh my gosh, so much, like 20,000 yards of yarn in it or something.
I don't know anything about working with that much yarn.
Yeah.
It's all, you guys can't see, it's all like right there.
Hey, crochet takes up a lot of yarn.
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
It does.
It does.
I still need to finish that one shawl I started with Chicken Lady, because she made that one Sparkle Sparkle Troll yarn, and I was literally just looking at it, and it's like that shawl's still about like this big right now, and I was like, man, I gotta finish that. Like I said last year at the start of the year, this was the only shawl I was gonna work on. I'm a filthy fucking liar, but whatever.
Oh please, we're all liars.
It's how your brain works, because sometimes you feel like working on one thing and sometimes you don't. And if you don't feel like working on it, you can't really make yourself do it, because you'll sit there and you'll start and then you'll stop and you'll go do something else and you'll stop. So it's better just to move on to something you actually want to work on.
Yeah, now I want to go
and then go back.
Go grab it. I'll be right back.
So
Reach mine.
that's good. Hopefully my family is eating.
I'm just glad that I'm apparently perpetually entertained by making these little hearts.
Well, they're fun little hearts.
I cannot stop. A, because I don't want to, and B, no, I really can't. I really cannot stop.
She's obsessed.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Won't stop. Also, I need to get this pattern up.
Do you have any ideas for the next blanket? No.
I do not have any ideas for the next blanket. I think 3 garter blankets quick in succession is pretty.
My daughter had a suggestion, but you would probably kill her.
Oh no.
She said to ask you when you're going to do the snowflake blanket.
No, though I have seen other people's snowflake blanket, and they're very pretty. Where it is a 6-pointed shape and it's lacy and just beautiful. So I would recommend whoever the heck made that, make that blanket.
Yeah. No, I know. She said, are you going to ask Ann if she's going to make a snowflake blanket? I'm like, I can ask her, but she'd probably want to kill you. That's too many shapes.
That's all right, though. Other people have really beautiful and lovely blankets. I'm not the only person in the market.
Deanna suggests a pumpkin blanket.
I could learn to make a pumpkin shawl.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's a little bigger than I thought.
Oh, it's pretty.
I like that a lot.
Oh.
Ever since Amy told me about the gumbo thing where she just does whatever she wants, I was like, wow, that's like amazing. I want to do gumbo everything, and I have.
You are free now.
I am free. I am free, Caro now. Free, Caro. I stitch and yarn whatever I want. Turns into fucking chaos.
Oh no, that's not chaos. Chaos is the new MCAL mystery knit along that's going on. It looks like 2 blankets. Looks like 2 blankets shoved together, 2 shawls shoved together.
It looks like 4 blankets or whatever shoved. No. I'm trying not to ick everybody's yum, but ick.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I mean, I think people have worked really hard on them, and there's look what they've done looks great. I just don't think as a combination of stitch patterns together, it doesn't appeal to me. But
I think
although I didn't cast it on either, so
yeah, depending on the, if there's like a full border around the whole thing, I think it could be tied together, and it's definitely interesting. But I mean, I'm not. Stephen West does a lot of wild shawls, and that I'm just like not so big on. But I mean, cool to make, always very interesting to make. But
well, yeah. I mean, it's also one thing if you see it beforehand, and another if you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you can always spot one of his shawls a mile away. So
yeah, right.
Oh yeah, I like a lot of the ones he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll show. This is. Oh, spoilers! If you don't want to know, don't look. See, Caro, this is what it looks like after the first include.
You have to lift that up. Up.
there you go.
Oh wow, that's got a lot going on.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And hey, his always have a lot going on. That one just makes my brain stop.
There's one
I think it'll look
go ahead.
okay in different colors. I think some color patterns are just not going to, color combos are not going to work. Yeah, it's like a sampler.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get the trust issues, especially after the. What did Neil call that one?
Swastika.
I don't remember it. Swastika, yeah, the swastika. Hey.
There's some of his old one, like I want to do that canal ring.
And I want to do the Rockefeller one that Ann did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
And I also, once I learn, when I get, I've learned brioche, but I have to do it. There's a brioche one that I want to do. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, the zany ones I'm not really wild about.
No.
But other people like
some of them don't look very wearable. Like the shapes. So
yeah.
I've knit a few. I've knit one mystery cow. I love it, but I have not liked the 3 years afterwards. So I'm glad I did not cast this one on because I don't think I would enjoy it again.
Was it last year's that we said we liked?
Yes, we did like last year's.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year's looks really nice. I would go back and knit that one. But, see what the next clue comes out on Thursday or Friday, what it looks like. Excuse me. So I'm going to try and get my sweater done and then work on some gift knitting. Work on my other puritanical project, which is color works that I have to start soon.
I might cast on that
It's
sweater.
a hat. It's a hat, so that shouldn't take too long. I'm excited because I'm going to see my niece on Thanksgiving, and she's going to bring her knitting. She's practiced knit. She's never made a project yet. She's just learned the stitches. So I told her to bring it Thanksgiving, and we get her going on a project. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I just realized. So my nephew from infancy never liked hats, but this year he's like, okay, apparently his head got cold, I don't know. But I'm like, ooh, I could knit him a little skull cap, like a little black hat with a little skull on it. That would be great.
That would be adorable.
That'd be cute.
Just a little punk Punisher kid walking around,
Yeah.
like his father and grandfather before him.
Well, yeah, because if he sees that they have similar stuff, then he's going to want to be part of it too.
Of course. His mother will be enthusiastic, I'm sure.
But moms can't control everything little boys like.
Let me go get this. I have to ask Anne a question. Let me go get it. Because I threw it just like with that. Not in
Oh, you threw it?
I
You threw it earlier. She was showing it to me earlier, and then she threw it. So now she has to get it. But yeah, people, you got a month and a couple weeks left for your puritanical knit. So get them done.
You know, and I haven't even shown off the prizes yet. What am I?
prizes.
I am a fool because I have this beautiful
No, you're not.
well, I have 5 skeins of gray yarn, which is just lovely from Chicken Lady, and I have the somebody sent me this lovely black tumbler, like a really really quality one. And then there's a multi tool for knitting that I was sent for prizes. So yeah, next episode I shall have to remember to show off the prizes because they're really cool.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, here's the yarn I want to use, and I don't know if the lighting will be. Tell me if this is dark enough, Anne.
Okay. Well, I'd say it's the charcoaly gray.
It's called antique iron, which it doesn't matter what it's called, but it's a dark. It's a dark gray. It's darker than it looks on screen.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
I want to do like a sweatshirt kind of oversized flax kind of thing. Just
That's
like
awesome.
a one you pull on in the morning when you're drinking coffee.
You're hanging out. And
Let's all hope it gets cold enough for Amy at least once this winter so she can wear the cardigan that she knit or
Right.
crocheted.
Maybe it'll snow again.
Yeah, maybe it'll snow in Louisiana.
I'll send you some
That'll be fun.
because I'm sure.
It won't be snowing here, most likely.
No, probably not.
But we've had it
Well,
once or twice, but
I saw our forecast and they said it's going to be wetter than usual. So I don't know if that means snowier wet or wetter wet.
don't know.
Don't know. We'll find out.
well, there will almost certainly be snow here. In fact, if there's not snow, we'll be incredibly surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be strange.
Yuck.
So
Just yuck.
yuck.
Almost done with heart 2.
Ooh.
It's
Ugh. Well, my back is not loving this chair anymore.
You need to get a new chair.
Because I have chairs. The dining room table is just on the other side of this. This is one of those tall. It was our dining room table, but it's one of those tall top ones.
Right.
And it has no back on it. The seats have no back. And that was
not
dumb when we
comfortable.
bought it.
So
What are you going to do?
I don't know. Carol's going to make a shawl. Anne's going to knit a heart.
I'm going to cast on sweater.
I'm going to work on mine once I can get in lighting where I can actually see the black stitches. But, you know. And this is the second sweater I've done in black this year. So I'm kind of be happy to be done with this
You're a
one.
glutton for punishment, girl.
Yes. But the other one I had to do those colors.
But they're so pretty when they're done.
They are. I'm very pleased with it. And the owner of the sweater is very pleased with it too. So that makes me happy. Oh, and if anybody hasn't already, go buy your blocked calendar because we need all the pre-orders we can get. If you go to Block Magazine through the link tree, it'll tell you how to get it.
I did mine. I got mine.
I did mine. It's a great calendar. This year's even better than last year. It's really cohesive theme and fun.
Yeah, it's cohesive. Yeah.
It's not all random patterns like last year.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be.
Hey, I knit from the designer we agreed to. I think Shauna and I are the only ones who did.
I did not.
So, but it's a great calendar, and there's a digital version as well if you're not in the U.S. I don't know if you can get printed ones or not. Neil hasn't said for sure. So, but in the US, you can get printed ones, and it's a fun calendar. It'll be out
Yeah.
later this year before New Year's. So go check it out. And Blocked issue will be coming out in a few weeks. Another issue of Block magazine.
Mhm.
Think the 1984 issue is the next one. So that should be fun.
But not on Kindle.
No. So, but if anybody has any suggestions for us or questions, let us know. If there's anything you want us to talk about,
Nice. Be nice.
we'll try. We'll try. And keep your calendars free for November 7th because that's a Friday and it's Friday Mayhem because Joe will be on. So
Yay, Joe.
come join us. It'll be fun. You can get an old issue through the blocked link tree on his Instagram, I think. I think you can get any of the issues from there.
Yeah.
If not, just shoot him a message and he will let you know. But order your calendars, knit from your stash, knit in gray and black, or other puritanical graveyard themes.
Man, Puritans love skulls. What amazing people.
I know. I looked at a bunch of different websites that had different puritanical graves, and there are a lot of winged skulls.
Mm-hmm.
That was very popular.
Weird.
You're fans.
They were
Weird.
very much a fan.
Mhm.
But hey, every culture does their thing.
That's true.
So I'm guessing we're going to finish up, and then we will see you guys next week. Yeah. Wait,
Week?
what is next
Today
week's
is
date?
the 20th. So, yeah.
So
October's flying by.
27th. And then the next week we'll probably only do that Friday though.
Right.
Because I don't think we'll do Monday and Friday.
You
that
don't
week.
need
So we'll
to.
do whatever.
You don't
Yeah,
want
we'll do the Friday the 7th because
You don't
that'll
want to
probably be a
skip.
longer episode because Joe
Right.
will be there.
Yeah.
So we're very excited to hear how things are going down under and see what she's been working on.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be fun.
Yeah.
So everybody have a good week. Knit, crochet, cross stitch, embroider, spin, weave, whatever makes you happy.
And
We don't judge. Use a pattern, don't use a pattern. We don't care.
Mm.
So just what makes you happy.
Use stash.
I did see a podcast the other day that I guess there's a lot of controversy with the whole copyright issue in the crochet world again about making like.
Oh, there's
why,
one over this stitch.
Well, this one was over the Chucky doll, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah, I heard about that one too.
And why you don't want to do copyrighted images because it could cost you a lot of money in the long run. So don't try to sell them. You can make them for your own self use or to give them to somebody, but don't sell them because people get all bent out of shape by rights if they own an image or a character or
get all wee-weed
whatever.
up, as Obama would say.
Or just call it something else so it flies under the radar if you think you can.
Yeah.
But it was this one was from the perspective of somebody who deals with copyright sometimes and compliance. And she was saying, why it's a bad
I watched
idea.
that video. Yeah.
Yeah. Why the owners of the copyright can, take ownership of your product if you have a pattern and sell it, or someone else can bring it to their attention and say, hey, I want to do a collaboration with you with this pattern, and then someone else can make money with the actual owner of your pattern, because how can you complain because you didn't have permission to do it? So a lot of things that you don't want to do.
That is something I've noticed a lot of in the past couple of years. Sorry, I know you wanted to step off. But back in ye olden days, in the early days of the internet, that there wasn't a lot of licenses given for big franchises. So if you wanted something a little weirder that wasn't, plain logo printed on mug that you could get at Walmart, that you could have somebody custom make it, and there was cottage industries of people custom making it. But it seems that the less than cottage industries have seen what has sold among the cottage industries and like, well, we can get it done cheaper. And that they are, I mean, I know that some companies were shutting, the smaller people down for copyright issues, but also they seem to be taking a lot of the ideas and producing them themselves for kind of different kinds of products.
Yeah. There's a lot of legal stuff involved.
Well, I think you're right that they didn't used to give out the licenses. I noticed before Joanne's left that more and more of the big companies were allowing fabrics to be printed. Disney, like even Marvel. I mean, the Kentucky Derby had licensed fabric. There was more and more. Used to be you couldn't get anything with, the designs
I
on
think
it.
You could get two basic patterns, and now it's like everything.
Well, I think they realized how much money it could make them.
Sure. People want their characters.
And I mean, now when you have Harry Potter themed goldfish crackers, I'm like, it's gone too far. Okay, stop. Who wants to buy this?
Yeah. I didn't realize that was the thing.
It was like,
Stranger
I didn't buy them. It was like butterbeer. I'm like, what does this even taste like? Come on.
It's the official cracker of NASCAR. Like, what?
Raisin Cane's the official chicken strips of our hockey team and the Raiders. I'm like, do they all have an official chicken strip? Because I don't remember that they had official chicken strip. But okay, if you say so, then I'll.
Well, Old Spice now has NFL collection of their. I'm like, I don't want to smell. I don't want my husband to smell like a football player. I'm sorry, that's just not a thing.
There is no official chicken strip for politically incorrect knitters. But we do have an official glass cleaner, and that's Castle. That stuff rocks. Comet.
I'm just wondering.
I want a Comet sponsorship. Powdered bleach will save your life. You'll be sitting there and you're like, this is impossible. There's no way this stain goes out. Comet it, man. Your grandma is right.
Barkeeper's friend is good too.
Yeah.
My question is, would you smell like the NFL player before or after the game?
I don't want to find out. Like, no, that's not a risk I'm willing to take.
No.
And
on that note, not related at all, but I have to go. So
okay.
Bye. Thanks for coming. Good to see you.
Bye.
Talk to you soon. All right, guys. I guess we ought to finish. I need to go see if my family ate or if they're waiting on me.
Holy.
Which there's food in the crock pot. They shouldn't have to wait on me. Like it's there in the crock pot, but
Yeah.
So we will see you next week.
Hi, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Ann.
Thanks, Ann.
For having me.